Hello, middle school algebra students. Today we are working on the 2.3 guided notes for review. Okay. So again, we're working on 2.3. We're reviewing the two-step and multi-step equations. We're also going to do 2.4 as well. Okay. So if I look here, I'm going to find my 2r plus 20 problem right on the front there equals 200. Again, I want to isolate my variable, which is r in this situation. I'm going to undo this addition here by using subtraction right off the bat. That way I can get rid of that. These cancel out. I'm now left with 2r equals 200, take away 20 would be 180. Now I need to undo this multiplication here by having 2 times r, so I need to undo it with division. If I'm dividing, these cancel out. I'm now left with 180 divided by 2. If I know that 18 divided by 2 gives me 9, I just add on the 0, so r equals 90. If I go down to example problem number 2, I have a distribution that I can see right away that I need to do right off the bat. So if I write it out here, I'm going to distribute my 4 by multiplying each of those out. 4 times x gives me 4x. 4 times 7 gives me 28. Equals 2. I'm going to get rid of that negative 28 by adding 28. If I add 28 there, I have to add it to this side. These cancel. I'm now left with 4x equals 30. 28 to give me 30. 4 times x, I have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. I'm now going to divide by 4. When I do 30 divided by 4, if I know that 4 times 7 gives me 28 and 4 times 8 gives me 32, that's right in the middle between 7 and 8. So I know that my x is going to be 7.5. Down here, we have a taxi cab company that charges $2.10 right off the bat. Plus, it tells us plus right there, so we're going to put a plus sign. 80 cents per mile. Now, per means that we're multiplying. Miles, I'm going to use M for miles. So I'm going to have per miles, 80 cents per miles. 80 cents per miles right there. And Carmen paid a fare of $11.70. So that was her total when she added both these up. So now we need to write and solve an equation to find the number of miles that she traveled. So we are solving for m in this situation. Again, m equals miles. I'm going to take my $2.10 away from this side. So if I take it away from here, I also have to take it away from over here. These cancel out. I bring down my 80 cents per mile. When I take 210 away from 11.70, I'm left with $9.60. I now need to divide by 0.80. If I divide it there, I also have to divide it over here. Notice that I have 96 divided by 8. So when I had 9.6 divided by 8, I know that that means that there is 12, because I know that 8 times 12 gives me 96. So m has to equal 12, and m stands for miles, so we're going to put in the correct label. Carmen traveled 12 miles. Now, if I grab my 2.4 guided notes, the first page here has 2 problems on it. Again, we're only completing 6 problems in reality, but they're going to go pretty quick. And I know that I give you quite a bit of space on these problems as well. So if you flip your page, you should be on the 2.4 guided notes. I'm going to first copy down my problem right off the bat here. I notice and recognize that I have variables on both sides. I don't want to deal with negative variables, so I'm going to take away the 2x instead from this side. If I take away 2x from that side, I have to take it away from that side. These cancel out. 4 take away 2 gives me 2x minus 3 equals 5. Now it's just a 2-step equation, just like we were working on the other day. I have to get rid of my negative 3 by adding 3. These cancel out. I'm left with 2x equals 5 plus 3 gives me 8. I now need to divide by 2 on each side of the problem. Those cancel out. I know that 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. X equals 4. We go down here to example 2, I can see that I need I have to distribute my 2 right off the bat. Instead of rewriting it here, I'm going to distribute first and then write down what I get when I distribute. So again, I'm multiplying both these out. 2 times 2t I know gives me 4t. 2 times 3 gives me 6. Let's subtract 6. I'm going to multiply my 6 by both of these here. 6 times t gives me 6t. 6 times 2 gives me 12. I can see that I have like terms here and like terms here. I don't want to deal with negative variables, so I'm going to take away 4t from this side. These cancel out. I'm now left with on this side negative 6 equals 6t minus 4t gives me 2t plus 12. I want to isolate my variable, so I need to get rid of this plus 12. I get rid of positive 12 or plus 12 by subtracting 12. These cancel out. Negative 6 minus 12. I'm just like adding because I have 2 negatives, so I'm going larger negative. Negative 6 minus 12 gives me negative 18. Bring down what I did not touch. Now I'm left with negative 18 equals 2 times t. I need to now divide by 2. Divide each side by 2. These cancel. Negative 18 divided by 2. I'm going to get 9. When I'm dividing a negative by a positive, I'm going to get a negative number. Equals t. If you flip your page one more time, you're going to come up with this last problem, for example, for 2.4 guided notes. Okay. In this problem, you have Diego and Juan. They are 2 brothers. They have different savings accounts. One is spending, one is saving. We're trying to find out at what point they are the same. So let's write about what Diego is doing with his account first. Diego had $700. And he started spending, so he's taking away, because he's spending it, $35 a week. Okay, so for weeks, we are going to use W. So each week, we don't know how many weeks we're going to use, he's spending $35, or 35 times W. Now Juan, his brother, starts with $450 and is saving. So saving means that we're adding to it $15 a week. $15 per week. But we look at our first question right here. After how many weeks will the brothers have the same amount? So when are they going to be equal? So we're going to set each of their brothers' totals equal to each other in this situation. 700 minus 35W equals 450 plus 15W. I don't want to deal with negative variables, so I'm going to add 35 instead. These cancel out. I'm left with 700 on this side equals 450 plus 15 and 35 give me 50W. I need to take away the 450 from this side so I can isolate my variable. If I take it away from that side, I need to take away from this side. 700, take away 450 gives me 250, which is equal to 50W. Now I need to get rid of my 50 next to the W. So instead of having multiplication, I need to do the opposite, which is division. So I'm going to divide by 50. If I divide by 50 there, I need to divide by 50 on this side. These cancel out. 25 divided by 5 I know gives me 5. So I have 2 zeros at the end, so I know that 50 times 5 would give me 250. So 250 divided by 50 would give me 5 equals W. Or 5 weeks, which you need to write in the answer spot on the side column. Now if we go down to our next one, it says, what will that amount be, okay? So I can plug it into either Diego or Juan's equation since they're gonna be the same. Does not matter one bit. Let's use Juan's equation in this situation. So I'm gonna copy it down. So I know that if W is 5, because we're looking at 5 weeks, I know I need to do 15 times 5. I know 10 times 5 gives me 50, and 5 times 5 gives me 25. 25 and 50 give me a total of 75. If I add 450 and 75, I get a grand total of $525 is how much they would both have in their accounts. What needs to be accomplished today for your practice problems? We are working on 2.3 practice, which includes 5 problems, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 numerical problems, pretty straightforward, pretty easy going, and then an application-based problem. Okay, the application-based problem is very similar to the 2.3 practice application problem. Then, I'm working on the 2.4 review practice, okay? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 straightforward problems, and then I have a formula-based problem, and I even set it up for you guys here so it's not too hard, not too complex. All you have to do is solve for W, okay? So that should be pretty good. Just asking you what the width of the rectangle is, that's the application-based problem for today. If you have problems with either of these, make sure you're rejoining the Google Meets or send me an email. Just to give you guys a heads up, I will be pulling test questions from our review packet, and next Tuesday we will be taking a short test on Google Classroom from 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4. Again, they're going to be all problems that you will have seen before. Make sure that this packet comes back to school on Monday with the material drop. Thanks, guys.